Hello guys, my name is Nick. I haven't made a video for a while. I had a couple of videos in the past. I think it was about a few months ago that I made about old engines and how to check ignition systems and how to maintain your boats properly. And apparently those two videos have had a lot of hits, and I got some comments saying that I haven't posted a recent video, so I'm just going to make another one here just to show you again how to maintain old engines. Now this is the same boat, same engines and everything. On the last videos that I did, I showed you how to, if you buy an old engine, how to check the ignition systems and what to do to make sure that you get your old engines fired up and starting them. Now this video is about how to do exactly the same thing, but this time I haven't not started this boat now since that video. Like, I haven't started this boat now for a few months. So I used to start it once a week on fishing season. I used to start it every week and take it out fishing or whatever. But then winter came in and then I started starting it once a week. And then now for the last few months I haven't started it. And I am going to start it today here and just go through the steps just to show you that that even if you haven't started the boat for a while and you follow the steps, that you should not have any problem. So because I've looked after, like I said, the engines, it's all been serviced and everything, I'm going to see now how long it will take and if it will start straight away. I'm not expecting it to start exactly straight away, but it should start. So I haven't started this boat now, like I said, for a couple of months, 2 or 3 months. Well, let's have a go. So fuel lines are all new. Pump it. You can see there's no fuel in the engine because the pump is very soft, so I can feel it now. It's going hard. So now it's really hard, so I can feel it. Okay, so that's done. Switch the power on. So that's on. Okay. And now we'll give it a go. Okay, so I gave it about 4 goes. It hasn't started kicking over yet. So we'll try again the pump. Make sure that that's connected properly, so that is connected properly. So that's all fine. The pump's hard. And then we go again. I just heard that it's starting to turn now. So I have not started it for about 3 months. I've had about 5 or 6 goes, as you can see, just for it to get it going. And now, after about the 6th attempt, it started actually starting to try and kick. So I'm assuming now with the next couple of clicks, it should start. Whoop, I just heard it again. So it's nearly there. There we go. So I'll lift up the accelerator a bit to give it a bit more choke. There you go. That's now I've switched it off, turned the power off, and then that's it. I did not leave it running because I've got it in the garage, as you can see, and I've got no water connected to it, so I cannot leave it running longer. So what happens is when you let it run a bit longer, it actually warms up, and then it starts shooting up, like starting first go, like, and it starts first go like pretty much every single time once you get it going the first time and you warm it up. And then what you do is you just run it once every week, and you've got beautiful engine and no problems at all. So as you can see, that this engine started pretty much not straight away, but you can tell that it hasn't been started for a long time. But as you can see, I've got it going, and it took me a few key turns, but like I said, that is normal because the engine has not been started for a long period of time. And once you get the engine started, like this procedure that I'm showing you now in old engines, and you warm it up, obviously with water, then it will fire up first go. Like I can show it to you now. Like I'll put the power back on. Okay. First go. Turn the power off. So this video is just to let people out there that's got like old engines, and to not panic if the engine doesn't start straight away. A lot of people think, oh, your battery's flat or whatever, blah blah. There's just nothing wrong with them. You just got to let them, let them warm up, like so it will take a few key turns, and then once you hear that the engine's starting to like kick, that's when you know it's going to start. So that's what's happened here. And like I said, if you look after the engines, and you won't have any problems. So this little one here too is the same thing. It starts pretty much straight away. The big one takes obviously a little bit longer. And when it comes to like this video, to situations like this where you haven't started your engine for like a long period of time, what you need to do is make sure that you've got a battery that can actually handle cranking capacity of an engine. Depends on how big your engine is. So on mine, I've got like a 570 cc capacities on the engine to start the engine. So it gives a lot of like, that's why, so the benefit of this batteries, like just like what I did now. Like I had, you know how I had to like actually turn the key and try and start the engines for a few times before the engine starts kicking over. So if you had a smaller sort of type or car battery or a small marine battery, like a smaller one, not a really big powerful one, you would have had problems. You wouldn't be able to start the engine because your battery would have not had the power to start and plus you would have just flattened the battery. So that's a hint there. So to have the most powerful battery, a really good cranking capacity battery, so you have lots of grunt and power when you start the engine. So I've got a spare one here as well. This is the one of the boat, it came with the boat, and then I went and bought another marine battery, a new one, brand new one. And also make sure where underneath where you've got the red power button, the switch, make sure that all the connections are absolutely perfect, because you'll have issues even if it's like a simple loose wire or it's not connected properly and it's not tight, or even if it's a bit loose, you'll have issues. So you want to make sure all your wiring's connected properly, and it's connected nice and tight, and everything is like nice and firm. And make sure your battery terminals are new. Even if you've got like a little crack on it or anything, you just replace it. Make sure your battery terminal's always brand new. So now I need to take it out, put the water on, and run it for about 10-15 minutes. And once I run it for 10 and 15 minutes, it's ready to go out in the bay. Another hint is when you've got old engines, what I suggest doing is like starting them at home before you take off for a fishing trip or to take it out in the bay. Starting it off at home for about half an hour, let it warm up really good. Make sure that it starts like first go when you're doing the test at home, and then put it on a trainer and off you go. So when you go to the boat ramp, your engine will start first go. There's no point having an old engine like this that hasn't been started for like 3 months or in some cases longer, and then you take it straight, you hook it up onto your car and take it straight to the bay and go fishing, and then when you go to the boat ramp and you try and launch it, you can't start the engine because it hasn't been started for a long time. And not only that, even though there's nothing wrong with the engine, even because you haven't started for a long time, as you saw in mine, it takes a few turns to actually get it started. And that what happens is you might have issues at the boat ramp, like with the battery or because what happens is when you turn the key too many times to start the engine and you haven't got the compatible battery, you won't be able to go fishing, so you would have launched the boat for nothing. So that's why, if you've got a doubt that you haven't got the exactly compatible battery with your engine, what I suggest you do is you start it at home, let it run for half an hour, and then you put it onto your trailer and take it out fishing or in the bay. So that's another hint there. Obviously check that your lights and everything, your stop lights are all working, and make sure that your fuel is all okay, and then you're ready to go for fishing or out in the bay for cruising. So there's a couple of hints. One is a hint or a tip to make sure you have if you're going to go and buy a battery, or if you bought a second-hand boat battery with it, make sure you just go. It doesn't matter, even if it's in good condition. Look, there's mine there. Even if it's in good condition, what you do, you still go and purchase a brand new, and for an extra $50, you can get the bigger, the bigger, most powerful cranking capacity marine battery, and that way you'll be safe. Just buy the strongest battery when it comes to marine batteries, and then that covers you. And then like I said, make sure that your lines are all, in some cases people haven't started the boats like for a year or 2 years or whatever, I don't know. Make sure that your lines are all new and clean, and your fuel is freshened up with a new fuel, or if it's too old. Well, there you see my fuel now. I haven't started for a few months, and it still works. So fuel doesn't go off really quickly like a lot of people say. I don't believe in that, but like as you can see here, I've haven't started my boat now for a few months, and I've got a full tank there, and like, as you saw, the engine started. And the reason I'm making this video is because I know my engine and inside out. So once you buy an old boat or an old engine, you make sure that you service it, put a new starter solenoid, new coils, and obviously that should, and new spark plug, and the fuel lines, and you shouldn't have a problem. You should then your engine should start. And like I said, if it doesn't start, you can do the power pack. From the power pack, you can do and with a lighting tester, you can do some tests and find out where your issue is. So usually, like I've got my video that's got a lot of hits. You can see that on there, how to do that. So this video is about when you haven't started the engine for a long time. Now you can see that the engine's all looked after. It's all greased up, and every single screw and nut and bolt, wiring around the wire, you can see here, it's all got marine grease everywhere. Make sure you've got marine grease everywhere. Make sure all your earths are nice and tight and firm. Everything. The most important thing is earth, like I've explained on the other video as well. So, and then that's it. And then after you do that, you just maintain it. After that, that's it. You just start it up once a week, maintain it, upgrade your battery, check your cables and terminals, clean fuel lines. I suggest you do rewire all your cables and that. Put a new switchboard at the front there when you buy an old boat, and then you should be fine. So I hope this video has helped people that got old boats with old engines. If you've got any questions at all, just leave a comment, and I'll try and make more videos so we can all help each other out with these old engines. Alright everybody, I'll see you all later.